Hello, Steve White, Steve RC9. Well, let's talk about something fun. Mattel put up this sort of like a competition of like, oh, what playset should we do for Master of the Universe Origins line next? And I felt it was a little bit just like a promotional thing. Like, I didn't think they were actually going to let us decide. I feel like they'd already decided what they're going to do. But there are a few options that are interesting. There was like a sort of Horde Fright Zone that was kind of done in the style of She-Ra, which looked amazing. It looked really small, but then when you looked at it, you realised actually it was quite a big sort of tower sort of shape. And then they did the Snake Lair, and what else was there? There was a couple of different things, but the Snake Lair ended up being what won. I kind of wanted the She-Ra Horde, Fright Zone. I wanted that because I never liked the original Fright Zone, and the other option I think was to do an update of the Fright Zone as well. But I'm like, the Fright Zone never made sense to me. It wasn't a good play set. It just never worked, and it didn't resemble anything that was on the show. And the version of the show made sense. It's basically like a building. It's a tower. It's industrial. It all makes sense. The little like broken up sort of squat out in the middle of the desert with like a cage and a giant snake and a tree. It didn't really make any sense to me. So I haven't bought the Fright Zone. I've never bought it, and I don't feel really the need to buy it, and I didn't really want a newer version of it. I'm struggling to justify getting a new version of Snake Mountain. I love the inside parts of it, but I'm tempted to get it for that. But and just to have the sort of matching, because I've got the new Castle Grayskull and the old Castle Grayskull, sort of makes sense. But I wouldn't have gotten the Fright Zone. But the Snake Lair looks interesting. It looks like a more conventional Castle Grayskull Snake Mountain sort of building. It's like it opens up like a regular play set. I'm guessing it's got like a couple levels, and it gives the Snake Men somewhere to chill since Skeletor stole Snake Mountain all those years ago. So it sort of makes sense. And also there's probably no IP issues because it sounds like something they've just created for the line. I don't think it's something they'd ever featured in the TV series or the comics or anything. Because my understanding was the Snake Men were banished to a different dimension. They came back and tried to claim Snake Mountain again because that's where they originally lived. So there was never really their own sort of Snake's Lair, and that kind of makes sense to sort of give them one. And a lot of people, I think, are disappointed that they didn't do the Fright Zone. But I mean, it's not like this is the only playset we're going to get. If the Origins line continues, even if it's only online, and through startups and Kickstarters and stuff like that, there'll be another one next year or the year later. They'll probably do one a year, or even if one every other year. We'll still eventually get the She-Ra style Fright Zone, and maybe the original Fright Zone remake of that. We've gotten Castle Grayskull, we've gotten Snake Mountain. Since the Fright Zone wasn't that popular, I understand why they didn't go straight to it, and they were a bit unsure about it, so they gave us a few options, and supposedly we chose Snake Mountain. I think they were going to do it anyway, because a lot of times they put out these things, and it's really just PR, and they're sort of testing the water to see what's more popular and going with what they sort of already knew they were going to go with. But also sort of seeing how the others do. I sort of think there's a bit of that. But that's just me. I don't actually know. I don't have any inside information about that, although I have heard a few people say that's what they thought was happening, and they seem to have some sort of an understanding of the industry in that. But not me personally. But yeah, I'm kind of interested in the Snake's Lair. I think it could be fun to have that. And I kind of was thinking about getting some more of the Snake Men. I've got the originals, but I haven't really gotten any of the new ones or any of the reissues and recolors. And I was debating, do I get it? Because they are new characters in a way, but they're just sort of recolors. And I'm not sure, do I go down that rabbit hole or that snake hole? If I do, it'll be the whole thing. I'll get those characters and I'll get the Snake Lair together. And it's not coming out till next year, so I've got a bit of time to decide, do I really want to go down that road or not? But I'm probably going to get the Snake Mountain just to have that to go with the Castle Grayskull. And I'm going to get a few more of the characters. I haven't bought anything for a while. I sort of had a break, and I wasn't sure, do I want to keep going and get the new characters, or do I want to stop at just getting the original characters that I sort of wanted? And the fact they're doing the cartoon versions of the ones I already have, it's like, ugh. But yeah, I think I'm going to get back into it. I haven't bought anything for like 2 months. It's been really good. But I just got money just sitting there. I'm like, oh, you could just buy that, it's just sitting there. But yeah, so this is interesting. Just want to comment on it. It's fun. We're going to get another playset. It looks interesting. It's new. It's unique. I really wanted the Horde Fright Zone first and then the Snake Lair because they needed somewhere to hang out. But yeah, I think it's kind of the better choice ultimately. But yeah, I think the She-Ra Fright Zone, hopefully that'll be next. And then the other one, the original one, do that last, it's fine. If they don't get to it, I'll live. But eventually they probably will. They'll probably do them all, so there's really no loss. It's just a matter of what order we get things. If we keep, collecting and supporting, I think eventually we're going to get everything we want. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.